Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. The journey of a spiritual aspirant. Shri Kowtha Lalit Manohar. Mana eva manushanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. It is the mind that makes a hell or heaven for a person, is an age-old adage. When the mind is associated with noble thoughts, vasanas, it becomes creative and makes the living place a heaven. Associated with evil thoughts, it becomes destructive and creates hell. Kowtha Lalit Manohar knows how to address vasanas and how to transform the negative vasanas into positive energies. That's how he is considered as the divine visionary for many of his fellow human beings. Piousness coupled with kindness is the secret of Araksha. If somebody wants to know about Kowtha, Goddess Lalitha is the presiding deity of Kowtha's dynasty. It is indeed astonishing that Devi Sharan Navratrotsavams are being conducted in Kowtha's family for the last 123 years at Vijayawada. According to Kowtha Lalit Manohar, this phenomenal world, however, is nothing but thought. When the world recedes from one's view, that is, when one is free from thought, the mind enjoys the bliss of the self. Conversely, when the world appears, that is, when thought occurs, the mind experiences pain and anguish. That's how Kowtha became an affectionate human being. Whenever and wherever he is, he knows how to please and ease the environment with his pure and serene acts. It will be of interest to know that Shri Kowtha Suryanarayan Rao, business tycoon of Andhra, was the pillar of Kowtha's dynasty. He was married to Srimati Lalitamba, daughter of Shri Valliveti Bhaskara Lakshmi Narasimha Shastri, who has shown the divine path to Shri Kowtha Suryanarayan Rao. And since 1892, Shri Devi Sharan Navratri Utsavams are being performed in Vijayawada without any break. His commitment for dharma and nishtha prompted the Kowtha dynasty to continue the divine saga even today. It may be recalled that Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose has visited the house of Lalit Manohar's grandfather at Chennai on June 23, 1939. Here, we need to mention about Shri Mohan Ram Shastri, who was born to Shri Suryanarayan Rao. Shri Mohan Ram Shastri was married to Srimati Tripura Sundari and captured the divine strength from his father. Apart from absorbing and adopting the business tactics, according to Shri Mohan Ram Shastri, all scriptures without any exception proclaim that for attaining salvation, the mind should be subdued. And once one knows that control of the mind is their final aim, it is futile to make an interminable study of them. Shri Mohan Ram Shastri, who mastered the control of mind and diverted it towards the divine goals, gave birth to Lalit Manohar. No need to give an introduction of Lalit Manohar, as he is a famous and revered personality and popularly known as the chairman of Kowtha Group of Industries to the outside world. Born on the auspicious day of Sri Rama Navami in 1940 in the then Madras, he did his primary education in Vijayawada and engineering in Madras. His inclination towards learning Sanskrit and Vedic sciences didn't prevent him from digging the Vedasaram. Lalit Manohar was given Mantra Diksha by Mahopadhyaya Shri Kasi Krishnacharya and was on rigorous practice for more than 8 years. Later, he has taken another Mantra Diksha from Shri Sringeri Peetam Seer, Shri Abhinava Vidyatirtha Swamiji. Lalit Manohar used to send birthday wishes to governors of various states in Sanskrit while he was 18. And he got the privilege of receiving responses from the great personalities. It may be recalled that Lalit Manohar's divine journey has a remarkable milestone. During the stay of Kanchi Paramacharya, Shri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swami in 1968. As part of Chaturmasya Diksha in Secunderabad, he has built a mega structure exclusively for that divine purpose in 1968, and Paramacharya named it as Kowtha Kamakoti Kalyana Nilayam, which later became the hub for divine and philosophical activities in the Twin Cities. Lalit Manohar has the great and humble opportunity of performing puja to the divine padukas of Paramacharya. He has authored a book titled Guru Charana Sannidhilo, wherein he had mentioned his association with Paramacharya. Seers like Kanchi Paramacharya, Chandrasekharendra Saraswati, Sharada Peethadipati Shri Mad Abhinava Vidyatirtha Swami and disciple Sringeri Bharati Tirtha Swami, Vidya Peethadipati Shri Krishnananda Tirtha Swami, Puri Govardhana Peethadipati Shri Niranjan Dev Tirtha Swami, and his disciple Swami Shri Nischalananda, Shri Sharada Lakshmi Narsimha Peethadipati Shri Swayam Prakasha Satchidananda Swami, Pejawar Peetham's Shri Vishvesha Tirtha Swami, Ahobila Madam's Shriman Sadagopa Narayana Yatindra Swami, Pushpagiri Peetham's Shri Vidya Nrisimha Bharati Swami, Shri Ramananda Tirtha Swamiji, Satyojat Shankaracharya Swami, Shri Tridandi Srimanarayana Chinnachiyar Swamiji, Dwaraka Sharada Peetham Shri Sarupananda Saraswati Swamiji, Kadapatri Swamiji, have visited Lalit Manohar's house and blessed the Kowtha dynasty. Lalit Manohar used to discuss several divine-centric issues with Maharshi Mahesh Yogi and Swami Chinmayananda. Lalit Manohar was instrumental in bringing 4 Shankaracharyas onto one platform at Sringeri during Ram Janmabhoomi issue in 1993. Lalit Manohar had the privilege of getting honor from the then President of India, Shri V.V. Giri, Shri Shankar Dayal Sharma, Mysore Dattapeetham Seer Ganapati Sachidananda Swami had honored him with Guru Kaingarya Seva Nidhi title. And Akhila Bharata Brahmana Sabha awarded him Vipra Siromani title. People get confused between fate and free will. When one is successful, the success is attributed to one's free will and efforts. But failure is attributed to fate. Shri Manohar explains the underlying truth and the theory of karma. He prefers to serve the mankind with a human touch. Known as the best Rotarian, Lalit Manohar has been extending his services to the people in need since 1965. He started his journey of service with Secunderabad Rotary Club. And became the president in 1983-84. And he has the exceptional honor of receiving 14 awards in that year. He served as Rotary District Chairman for 4 years and has been serving as Chairman, Rotary Seva Trust of Secunderabad West Rotary Club. The Trust has set up more than 100 RO plants in order to provide pure drinking water to the school children and also to several villages. Lalit Manohar is now the chairman for Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's public school. believing in the principle that the life of action need not be renounced. Lalit Manohar wishes to tell his fellow human beings to meditate for an hour or two every day, and he has found the traditional way of meditation by invoking the Carnatic musicians to perform at their best.
Haripadavadya tarangini gange himavidu mukta dhavala tarange duri kuru mama dushkruti bharam kuru krupaya bhava sagara param tava jalamamalam yena nipitam paramapadam kalu tena gruhitam matar gange tvayo bhaktah kilatam drushtam nayamashakaha patito dharini jahnavi gange khandita girivara mandita bhange bhishma janani he munivara kanye patita nivarini tribhuvana dhanye.
On his divine platform for the last 16 years in the name of Tyagaraja Aradhanotsavams. Apart from this, he has been conducting exams on Vedas in order to encourage the Vedic studies. He has set up a library in the memory of his father, Brahma Vidyalankara, Shri Kowtha Mohan Rama Shastri, with more than 2,500 books related to Bharatiya culture, traditions, astrology, and devotional disciplines. Lalit Manohar's persistent efforts to unite the Brahmin community on a single platform are laudable. He served as president Vijayawada Brahmana Mahasabha for a period of 5 years and also convened the first state-level Brahmana Mahasabha in 1967. Later, he served the Twin Cities Brahmana Mahasabha and State Brahmana Mahasabha as president. In continuation of the efforts to uplift the Brahmin community, he served as vice president Akhil Bharata Brahmana Mahasabha, founded by Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. The then Union Minister Shri Murli Manohar Joshi also has appreciated the programs and service activities of Lalit Manohar in 2003 in a conference of World Brahmin Federation. Having passion and research orientation towards Jyotishya Shastra, Lalit Manohar served as chairman, Indian Council of Astrological Sciences, ICAS, Secunderabad chapter for several years. Under his guidance, Indian Council of Astrological Sciences, Secunderabad chapter has been conducting classes in Jyotishya, Hasta Samudrika, Numerology and Vastu for the last 25 years. He is now the National Vice President of ICAS. Jyotishya Vachaspati, Jyotishya Bhushana, Jyotirvastu Vijnana Shekhara, and Jyotishya Abhinava Seva Ratna are some of the feathers of honor in his cap. As a voracious reader, Lalit Manohar has sound knowledge on tantra. He knows how to connect science and mythology, and he establishes the roots of science in the Vedic period. He wrote several articles with authenticity on Agama and Tantra Shastras.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. నా పేరు వసంత అండి. మా వారి పేరు విశ్వనాథము. మా ఇంట్లో ఏ కార్యక్రమం జరిగినా కూడా మేము గురువుగారి ఆశీర్వచనం తీసుకొని వారిని సంప్రదించి మంచి చెడులు ఆలోచన చేసి తర్వాత చేసుకుంటూ వస్తున్నాము. ఒకసారి మా పెద్ద అబ్బాయికి H1 వీసా చాలా ఇబ్బంది అయిపోయింది. గురువుగారు చెప్పారు, గణపతి హోమం చేపించండి, అన్నీ సరిపోతాయన్నారు. మరుసటి రోజే H1 వీసా వచ్చేసేసింది. నిజంగా వారు అమ్మగారు కామేశ్వరి గారు ఇద్దరు కూడా వారి ఆశీర్వచనం మా మీద ఉండడంతో ఒక్క నెలలోటే మేము అన్ని సమస్యల నుంచి బయటపడగలిగినాము. మా అబ్బాయి పెళ్లి కూడా చేయగలిగినాము. అన్నీ చాలా బాగా జరుగుతున్నాయి.
నమస్తే, దిస్ ఇస్ రితు గుప్తా. He has been a great guider and a great mentor in my whole life. especially when I was going through a lot of crucial time in my life. He's guided me that astrology is not the only thing. If you know these are your weak points, he's helped me strengthen up those weak points to overcome those situations. He's a very vital part in our lives and in my family, and we would definitely like to do a little of whatever we can serve him throughout our life till we can. Thank you, Uncle, for all your blessings and all your support. Uncle and Auntie, both of you all have been a great support and help in our lives. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Padma Kumar. I'm very honored to tell about or to speak about Kowtha Lalit Manohar Garu. We had come to him because my father and I was very worried about my marriage. He said that nothing to worry and I'll be getting married very soon. And he said there are certain doshas in my jatakam and pujas have to be performed. And today luckily I'm happy to get a very good wife. He said that I'll be blessed with a baby boy. Accordingly, I was blessed with a healthy baby boy.
His day starts with the holy chanting of Srimad Ramayana. And he has the written script of that holy book with him. He believes in earning money while treading the dharmic path and spending the wealth for the needy. Lalit Manohar is known to the devotees of Twin Cities as he was instrumental in developing several temples. With his tremendous efforts and magnanimity, a small temple on a hillock in Maulali has now been transformed into a mega temple complex and named as Shri Kailasagiri Mallikarjuna Swami Temple. Several seers and Veda Pandits from across the country were present on the occasion of Bhumi Puja and Kumbhabhishekams at this temple.
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गम् जन्मजदुःखविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्.
While humbly extending his services to Skandagiri Shri Subramanya Swami Temple, as chairman of Shri Skandagiri Dharma Trust, Lalit Manohar is playing a vital role in the renovation of that temple. He played an active role in the renovation of Shri Jogulaba Temple at Alampur, which is one of the 18 Shakti Peethams. Lalit Manohar's service angle has a different dimension. Apart from his devotional and charitable activities, he has been an inspiring force to the youth, those who at one stage wished to die because of depression. He has helped more than 1,500 youth and transformed them into entrepreneurs and gave them a new life. His service organization, Seva, has been taking care of the depressed humanity and has been offering voluntary counseling services to those who suffer the depression syndrome.
Suhasini, Seva volunteer, would like to thank Mr. Kowtha Lalit Manohar Garu for providing us this space for Seva counseling services, and I am really very much thankful. I am happy to be a part of Seva services.
నా పేరు దివాకర్, నేను సేవా కౌన్సిలర్ నండి. యువతకి నిరాశ, నిస్పృహ, ఆత్మహత్య ఆలోచన అటువంటి వాటి నుండి దూరం చేసి నూతన జీవితాన్ని ప్రసాదించింది. ఇది శ్రీ కౌథా లలిత మనోహర్ గారి ఆలోచన రూపొంది ఈ సేవా సంస్థ ఆవిర్భవించింది. సేవా సంస్థకి స్థలాన్నిచ్చి ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఇచ్చి ఆయన మాకు ప్రోత్సాహం ఇచ్చి ముందుకు నడిపిస్తున్నారు. ఆయనకి మేమెంతో కృతజ్ఞులం.
As a businessman, Lalit Manohar is known as the founder of Swarajya Press, also known as the Quality Press, serving for the last 55 years. They have taken up the publication of books authored by several prominent personalities. While continuing as the director of Indian Commerce and Industries Company, Chennai, which was established by his grandfather in 1907, Lalit Manohar is now acting as the director for another 3 companies. It is worth mentioning here that Shri C. Ramesh Kumar and Shri C. Ravindran, sons of Shri C. Srinivasan, grandsons of Shri C. A. Chettiar, who was the partner of Lalit Manohar's grandfather, Shri Suryanarayan Rao, are now partners with Lalit Manohar's business. Kowtha and Chettiar families association is more than 100 years. Married to Srimati Kameshwari on June 23, 1965. Lalit Manohar never looked back in his business, devotional and philosophical journey. This couple has 5 daughters. Three grandsons and 8 granddaughters. As a philanthropist, Lalit Manohar's journey is certainly a research topic for several enthusiastic entrepreneurs and his inexorable journey of finding new things without crossing the border of dharma should be incorporated in the textbooks as a study material. Shri Manohar is a karma yogi, continuing his life journey in line with Sanatana Dharma, which is the basis for all his activities: social, business, charitable. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.